For this problem, we'll use interval notation to express the solution set in terms of x. So we have this absolute value equation, y is equal to the absolute value of 2 minus x over 4, and we have the condition that y is at least 1. So let's start by looking at this condition. Y is at least 1 means that y can equal 1 or it can be greater than 1. So y is greater than or equal to 1. Now, since y is really equal to this whole absolute value of 2 minus x divided by 4, we're going to substitute this whole absolute value in for y. And we'll have the absolute value of 2 minus x divided by 4 is greater than or equal to 1. Now, in order to solve an absolute value inequality, we look to see whether it's a greater than or a less than inequality. Since this is a greater than inequality, we're going to divide it into two inequalities with no absolute value bars like this. The first one is going to be, we'll just have 2 minus x over 4 is greater than or equal to 1, or the second one is 2 minus x over 4. We reverse the direction of the inequality, make it less than or equal to, and take the opposite of the right-hand side, negative 1. Now, we need to solve both of these inequalities. The first one, let's work on by multiplying both sides of this inequality by 4 so that we can clear the fraction. The 4's divide out, and I have 2 minus x is greater than or equal to 4. If I subtract 2 from both sides, I have negative x is greater than or equal to 2. Now remember, I have to divide both sides of this inequality by negative 1, so I'm going to reverse the direction of the inequality when I do that. Dividing both sides by negative 1, I get x is less than or equal to negative 2. That's the solution to the first inequality. Let's solve the second one now. Again, we're going to multiply both sides of this inequality by 4. The 4's divide out, and I get 2 minus x is less than or equal to negative 4. I'll subtract 2 from both sides, and I'll have negative x is less than or equal to negative 6. And once again, I'm dividing both sides by a negative, so I'll reverse that direction of the inequality, and I'll get x is greater than or equal to positive 6. Now, I want to make sure that I express this in the correct interval notation. So I have x is less than or equal to negative 2. It's very important that I notice that it's or x is greater than or equal to 6. Or means union. So before I write this in interval notation, I'm going to do a quick sketch of the graph. I have 0, negative 2, and positive 6. And my graph will look like any value of x that is less than or equal to negative 2, so I would have a bracket with an arrow going to the left of negative 2, or x greater than or equal to positive 6, so I would have a bracket with an arrow going to the right of positive 6. I can clearly see now I have the union of these two intervals, and my solution set in interval notation will look like, starting from the left, negative infinity up to and including negative 2, union 6 to positive infinity.